This is going to show you a solo conquest, that being Sunless Cell, as I've heard people struggling with it for some reason, and you need to do an expert conquest to get the Guardian rank from 6 to 7. Let's cover the details. Mods for Sunless Cell, none of them matter, only Blasts and Void Threat. We need to spec for Blasts and Void Threat. Everything else is non-factor. There are no champions in this. I'm looking to storm the gates. I'm a very hungry player. Upload. You got to keep up with me, lads. It's simple as that. You got to keep up with me. So let's get this Sunless Cell out the way now. Let's get it done now. No time waiting. We are on Warlock, and I'm not changing as of today. There's no point me to go to Titan or Hunter or whatever. I can do these on a Titan and Hunter at a later time, though. Song of Flame, Phoenix Dive, Arcane Needle, Cold Snap, Lightning Surge, Devour. Fragments are facet of Protection, Dominance, Dawn, Purpose, and Courage. With Fellwinters for debuff. You can use exotic class items. So if you want to go in most light Symphos on Electric Slide, you can. If you want to go Getaway Artist on Grenade builds, you can. Winter's Guard's very powerful, but it is got more niche application and it's more difficult to use because the timer is 5 seconds. And we have to sit on this to see how good it will be in the long run. For now, I'm just using Fellwinters in this run. I could have used Immortal Light and Symphos as well. Okay, so weapons, I'm using Glitz because we can finally run it because Mint Renegade has now been freed up because we have a Rocket Pulse Rifle in the energy slot. So I'm using Everburning Glitz, Attrition Orbs, KT, and amazing AI, amazing endgame or rifle. I'm using the Arc Rocket Pulse Rifle with Blast Distributor, Elemental Honing. I have nearly everything I want on this weapon. Take a look at this a second, hang on a minute. I've got Elemental Honing, which is what I want. Jolt and Feedback, which is what I want. And I also have Adrenaline the Junkie for Grenade Warlock builds. But it gets bigger than that because I've got Trickle Charge, Bolt Charge, God Roll. So for Bolt Charge Titans, Trickle Charge will be good. Could go Elemental Honing instead. But the fact of it is, I've got everything I want on this. I'm not bothered about pretty much any other traits other than what I've got. I've looked out on a roll here. Whilst I might have gotten handling Masterwork, I don't care about Masterworks in 2025. They need buffed. I barely care. Who cares about Masterworks, lads? No one cares about it. And I'm using Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane's meta right now. It's incredibly powerful. My God, is it strong now. You need to be starting using Wolfsbane, but I know you won't because of Lightsaber. You're not going to use it because you're too addicted to the lightsaber, and that is what it is. I'm using 2-piece smoke. That's all I had on. Ease the armor mods. There'll be a dim link anyways. Concussive Dampener will protect you against blasts. Void Resist will protect you against Void Threat. Arc Resistance, well, there's a lot of arc in this. I've got double Solar Weapon Surge and an Arc Scav. I recommend a Scav for Rocket Pulse Rifles now. Double Elemental Time Dilation, Proc Sword. Yeah, Rocket Pulse Rifle's got hit on ammo, so you run Scavs. Try and run a Scav, honestly. It's in your best interest to run Scavs nowadays on combatant side of things. Not for DPS, but I'm talking about, overall combatant stuff. Okay, artifact mods, I haven't even got it unlocked, lads. I've barely got it unlocked. That's just what I had on. And, yeah, stat-wise, melee super weapons, and, yeah, on with the run. Okay, so here is that Conquest Sunless Cell being soloed. A lot of tips and tricks and a lot of skips to take away from this video. You do not need to get a high score in this. You will only get low tier gear anyways. It is a expert conquest. If you are 550 power, none of the gear from this is going to help you. You are only doing this for Guardian ranks. Hope you understand. You're just doing it for Triumph. So you skip when you can skip. Plain and simply. You're going to be doing this just right off the rip, right? Okay, so, a couple of ads, initial ads I just skipped there. Use a cold snap here, it's disappeared. It went through the floor, I think. Weirdly enough. Okay, so, start working on some of these ads here. I'm building up some Transcendence and Super Energy right now, actually. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting weak, I know that I'm weak there, but I'm going to Lightning Surge right here. Boom. We're basically building Transcendence up at this point. I'm using Everburn and Glitz, the kinetic AR with KT to build up a lot of Transcendence energy. That's essentially what we're doing. But we will whip out the axe when we come to the next section. So I'm just taking care of some of these ads for sure. I've got my light energy filled, just not my darkness. I've got Devour left hand side, so I'm going to approach this room with Devour. If you come into this room with Devour, right, you're going to have a better time. So I've got Devour left hand side. Wizard in middle does not need to be taken care of. There's loads of tricks in this. Do not skip. If you know nothing about this, don't skip any of this video. You need to know all about it. Okay? So keep swording. You want to sword the wizard on right or left. Okay? Once you've dealt with the wizards, you then move to the back of the map for the back wizard. So, in other words, there's only 3 wizards that you need to kill right here. Use your lightning surges, use your Devour, yeah? And you'll find that you'll heal a hell of a lot with Wolfsbane. You can play very aggressive with it. Yes, you can. I believe I've lost Devour here. I'm trying to build up a bit more Transcendence energy before we go to the next room. Just so it's prepped, because I am going to end up wanting to need it. But we're going to now go in with the axe. Look at the healing that we're getting there. Suffocating Terror has changed. It's now actually dangerous. More dangerous than what it used to be for some reason. Well, it's because they changed it. Kill the 3 wizards, then escape to the next room. Skip all the rest of the ads. You don't need them. So now I'm going to show you a speciality. I believe that this is still bugged. And if you don't know, Sunless Cell come out earlier on this year. Pre-Edge of Fate. This is a rework strike from D1. However, when they launched it, it's launched with something where you can take the blights out from a distance. Now, because Avant-Garde is on, I can switch to any other weapon. Bring a scout with you and do this. I recommend it. It's actually quicker. Although, yeah, it is quicker. So basically what you're going to do is shoot the top of the blight. Look, you're doing damage. Because of explosive payload, it does extra damage. But you don't need an explosive payload weapon to penetrate the shield. Look, the pulse rifle's doing it. Do you see that? Now, right side blight is easy to take. The left hand side blight is not. It's harder. Reason being is because the bugged location on the blight is top right of the blight. Not at the exact location that the other blight was. You're going to essentially just use your scout to peck down this blight. It might look painfully slow or what have you, but the upshot is you don't need to strategize any ammo. You would skip this entire room. You can save your super and your full transcendence for the subjugator, saving a hell of a lot of time in the next room. So I actually recommend that you do this for Conquest, for the expert version, for sure. I mean, there isn't going to be an ultimate version of this, is there? If it's the first one, they're not going to make an ultimate Conquest, but it will be a weekly GM. I guess you would do this in the weekly GM as well, like we used to. You may as well. Difference in the weekly GM that probably equipment locked will be on and such. Whereas in this one, it's not equipment locked, it's avant-garde, so we can swap to other weapons. See? So just keep pecking down the blight. Yeah? I'm sure there's a better weapon I could have used, but we've done it. That's fine. I'm just showing it off. Shoot the 2 blights. Swap back to the weapon that you was using, and you're going to have 3 melee abilities. You'll use 1 or 2 with Devour and run past all the Grims. Very easy to do. It looks way more dangerous than what it is. If you get weak, boom, Lightning Surge, Devour, there you go. That is that room skipped and cleared. Next conquest, next room is this. Proc Facet of Courage with a Cold Snap and then go in with Super. Now you're going to use Nano Assault, activate, and then you're going to do Heavy, Light, Light, Heavy. Doesn't matter if you don't get your combination exactly right, you're going to melt the subjugator. Look at this melt. That's a really good melt. That's good. I know it's only 20 under, but it's still a good melt. I can guarantee you, even if that was 30 under, we would have still killed them. That, like within 1 Song of Flame Super. So there you go. That's the subjugator melt. This is saving so much time on the run, don't you understand? And now we're going to get rid of the rest of the ads. Okay? But I must admit, the Arc Pulse Rifle is feeling very nice. I would say it's nearly as good as Mint, maybe slightly worse because Mint has Rewind. But when we're saying it's slightly worse, I'm talking fractions of a percentage worse. The only difference is you don't get automatic reloads. And it's arc, and that's it, right? So I think you should not worry about not using mint. Is what I'm trying to explain to you. If you're using this arc pulse, you can use it in sweaty content. The arc pulse. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Especially if you've got elemental honing. It is the best trait on the rocket. I've already showed you how to farm the rocket pulse. Showed you an hour or two ago, or whatever. Okay, free wizard, suffocating terror. Did you see my stacks? They were going really high there. So the stacks go higher. Okay. To lose suffocating stacks, you need to look away from the wizard. From the eye. Just looking away from the eye will allow suffocating terror to depreciate, or look at the floor. But looking directly at the eye will increase suffocating stacks massively. Okay, and if you're in line of sight as well, look, it's working a little different to what it used to. I'm an expert on suffocating terror. You should know. Long-term veterans should know. I have a lot of solo GM clears for Sunless Cell, the official GMs. Yeah. I'm top 20 in the world for Sunless Cell. Putting it that way. On solo GM clears. I know everything there is to basically know about Sunless Cell. Tricks, cheeses, everything, right? The only thing is this is a light version. There's no champs. So it isn't that hard, lads. Some of the ads hit a little harder than anticipated. But I mean, it's not that bad. Now just keep doing the ad spawns. You need to be top mid. Back of the map. Sword the ads. That's fine. Heavy ammo will be recuperated. So you can spam it. That's okay. Now watch his trick. Watch his trick. Watch this. He has not a clue. Watch this technique. I invented this technique. You go behind him in the door. You get join allies, but you just keep doing this. Look. We're light surging this guy. He doesn't know what day it is. It's his mother. He's taken grandmother's out looking for him late at night. Where are you, Henry? TV's on. Your favourite program's on. Where are you? I don't know where I am. I'm with this guardian with a solar axe trying to beat him. Look. See what's going on here now. Transcendence, we got weak. Yes, a little, but we use the damn Phoenix dive. And then we pop a super. Pop super around about when he gets half HP or so, and then you're good. Okay? We get weak here, though. Boom, they get quite weak there, man. So the ads do hit quite hard. So maybe I'm underplaying on why people did tell me yesterday that they were struggling with Sunless Cell. Because when they said that to me, I was like, all right, okay. Maybe they were referring to Ultimate Sunless Cell, because it is in the game. I haven't played it yet. It's in the portal, of course. If you don't know, this is probably within my top 3 strikes of in D2. I think it's got fantastic flow, good combat and challenge. It's a pleasure to play. You know, when it first launched, I played it the entire week, right? Over and over and over, because of that D2 ADD. You know what it is. That D2 tism, you see. It's got me a little bit. So I was able to play it the entire week and learn everything about it. What to do, what not to do, all these little things. So, what you want to do is take care of these shriekers. But I had a fort on the run. I was like, you know what, instead of messing around with the auto rifle, because I was trying to proc KT with it, kinetic tremors, but I was like, you know what, just swap to the scout. Okay, I wish I had a kinetic tremor scout on my inventory. I've got loads of them in my vault. But remember, you need a new one, so you need Force Memorializer. Bring Force Memorializer with you. That one will be a good one to bring. I've got it. It's just in my vault, lads. I can't, I can't have every single weapon on me at every moment. Some of you think that. Some of you do question me and say, oh, use this weapon. Why haven't you? I haven't got time, lads. I've got to go. I'm storming the gates, I told you. Storming the gates. Got YT editing to do. Got commentary to do. There's a bit more to it than just using a weapon, and swapping to it. We've got things. I'm studied by the minute here. Got to go fast. The pulse on the shriekers, it's one-shotting them, even at elemental honing times 2. So that's nice. So get rid of the shriekers first. This is the strat. This is what we're going to do. Get rid of all shriekers, pop transcendence now. And what you're going to do is focus one or the other VIP. You do not need to kill both VIPs. You only need to kill one VIP. So you need to choose left or right. I always go left because I'm a right-handed player. Let's see if anyone can let's see if that's baked your noodle a little bit. Some left-handed players will go for the right VIP. It's science. I've already checked with left-handed players. They've confirmed to me on Discord that they do go for the right VIP. I go for left because I'm right-handed player. Transcendence, boom, done, finished, onto the bridge. Okay, just use Amplified. Keep going, keep going. There's a rally banner to pop in. You are going to use your cold snap to get the banner because you could die here. There is a potential of risk, but not on my watch because this watch. Cold snap, boom, swap to your weapon. I need to put the AR back on. Just watch the disrespect we do to this boss. Okay, I am a king of Sunless Cell, right? I've been in the depths of the hanging crypts and hung out here for the laugh. Yeah, sometimes I've had a cup of tea and just come down here and just sat down here, dude. That's how dedicated we are to the hanging crypts. We know everything. Look at this. Dudes, we know all the tricks. Stand up top. It diagros Obak Hool imprisoned. He is imprisoned. He's in my jail. He's in the C91 jail. So look at this damage we're doing here. We can just elemental hone in and just do nice damage to him. It then spawns in the 3 wizards. Now, we have got Suffocating Terror times 5 and the stacks are going up quick. Remember, you die at Suffocating stacks times 20. So the stacks are going up quick. I was surprised, took back by that a little bit. Like, alright, okay. Pop Transcendence on this face. Pop Transcendence on this face. No need for Song. I think you're overcommitting if you use a Song of Flame. Like, you don't need to use Song. It's just 3 wizards, lads, and a couple of Thrall. You're fine. But definitely killing quick enough. Don't have that Suffocating Terror go... Oh, I've realised that I've still got this wizard here. I had my music off. I didn't realise there was 1 wizard still up. That's alright, though, because we've got chance to build up more Transcendence. So my next goal is to do damage, but then build up more Transcendence energy with the Kinetic Tremors, look. But look at this. I'm frivolous. I'm very cheeky, look. Look at this. Look at this cheek. Look at this with Wolfsbane. He doesn't know what to do. He really is in my jail now, look. I own the place. Someone ought to put some new lights up in here. It's too dark. Look at what we're doing there with that. Thrall and Curse do spawn past halfway of HP. Do not stand there too long, lest the Curse will explode and probably kill you. So I would be like, if 6 Curse Thrall explode, you will die. So be careful on that for sure. Don't overcommit to damage. I was just having a lot of fun with him. So yeah, you can sword him, man. That's incredible. Because this guy, I mean, I guess he's only on expert, but this guy can almost 2-shot you with his axe, on the old version at least. On the new version, probably not. I mean, maybe on ultimate, I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I haven't had a chance. 3 wizards. I'm going to go in with the axe. This phase can be dangerous, because you don't want to pop Transcendence yet. And you don't, I mean, you could pop a Song. If you're worried on this phase, pop a Song. Because you actually don't need Song for the next phase, so I could have popped Song of Flame instead. But I just wandered the streets with the Arc Rocket Pulse, and it dealt with them relatively well. There you go. So that's Wizard phase done. Now, what's this next trick? I told you, I'm a specialist. I know everything there is to know. Watch this. Emote the lantern, and don't make a move. You're like a ghost. You're like a wind in the night. This guy doesn't have a clue. Look at this. He doesn't really know what we're doing to him. Look, he doesn't know he's de-aggroed. He's de-aggroed. Look at that trick. You need to re-watch that again, Blueberries, because that's specialist tricks. Do you understand what that's doing, though? It's rounding the cattle up. I'm like a shepherd's dog, right? Rounding up the cattle. Getting the ads up so then I can lightning surge Transcendence them. Then we go in for the rest of the Transcendence for DPS against the boss. Elemental Onan times 4. We've got times 4 on this. That's fine. Elemental Onan times 4 is great. Another debuff goes in on the boss. And I have a plan. Because I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to Song of Flame axe this guy. And that's exactly what I do. Next phase starts at half HP. Make sure you got Devour. Get Devour and then you can have a fun time. I'm thinking, you know, generally you have to deal with unstops, but we don't here. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm good now. All ads are debuffed. Pop super. Right? And then we're going to go in with Nano Assault Axe. And we're just going to melt him. Just watch the melt. Yeah? He knocks me back a little bit here, though. Look at the amount of orbs we're making. That's incredible. Yeah, and we just melt him down, and that's it. That's finished. Easy. Easy. You could probably use the lightsaber in this. You could, but then you can't use Wolfsbane. But there's no requirement either way. It's not too hard, this. But there you go. There's the ultimate disrespect for Bakul or whatever. That's your solo. That's your first solo conquest of the season. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.